I didn't set up the other headset, otherwise I could. But I think Jesse needs you to teach Jasmine so, right? I don't know. Tell you, ask him. Yeah.
Listen to the great crowd they have here first.
If Jesse offers.
Did you stick the mic out the press box? But if not, I'll still comment. I'll still say it. I'm going to second broadcast without a headset. Oh, yeah.
Brendan wants to jump in.
You want to jump in?
This will be my test run right here. Hey, but I did get you a reminder. We're
live now.
We'll do it live.
I mean, it's probably in the blood. You're probably all right.
I'm sure he's great.
I mean, the voice of SCV is my dad. That's a fact. This guy's on.
Your dad is?
Yeah. I never seen
What's he doing?
No idea. He's like, don't bug me, I'm on a podcast.
What?
Obviously, I don't listen to
Is
it.
he hosting them or is he just?
No, he's guests. But he co-hosts with like two of them.
I didn't know your dad
For
was
a
that.
teacher, he's so
I didn't know
busy.
that your dad was that big of an institution on the podcast world.
Trust me.
I'm sure you're thinking the same thing, right? Like,
I walk in. I walk in. Hey, Dad, shut up. I don't care. I need this.
do you do what I would have done to my dad?
Right? We don't understand family. And he has to tell us all about it. And we're like, watching the Dodgers.
Nobody gives a shit about you and your crap. I can't wait until my daughter's old enough to do that.
We can get you a hat. I don't know about this one. All right, so let's go ahead and cue them up now.
No, I don't.
You're now for stage starting
No.
lineup, and let's wait for them to finish that picture.
But right now, I don't know how to do that.
Now let's welcome the starting lineup for this afternoon's game. First for the visiting Cougars of Taft College. The goalkeeper, 00 Jaime Tiscarena. Number 2, defender Aldo Pantoja. Number 3, defender Gabriel Soto. Number 4, defender Diego Morales Camacho. Number 5, defender Kimmich Uribe. Midfielder number 7, number 11, forward Moises Cisneros. Number 17, forward Ibu Akinogu.
Hi, everybody, and welcome into the Cougar Soccer Facility as we get ready to go for men's college soccer action here on a Friday night in Santa Clarita. The Taft College Cougars and the College of the Canyons Cougars. I'm Matt Robinson, happy to have you along, as always, with us here on the Cougar Sports Network. Should be an interesting one here today. Taft College so far this season undefeated 3-0, and as a matter of fact, they have not allowed a goal yet this year. Taking on the Cougars, who are or the College of the Canyons Cougars, I should say, who are 1-3 on the season, coming off a 6-3 loss on the road against Sequoias earlier in the week this week. And what should make this one interesting is not necessarily the two teams on the field, although we hope they will make it interesting, but the weather as well will make it a little bit different, as we might get some rain here today. It's going to be an interesting look in terms of that, something that we're not used to seeing and dealing with here in Southern California, as it's a very rare occurrence, the rain. But we are threatening a little bit of it today, a little bit of it tomorrow as well. We'll wait and see. But right now it's definitely in the air and a threat. It's still very warm outside, though, 91 degrees. So the weather going to play a factor today along with these two teams out on the field. Well, the Cougars, as we said, 1-3 for Phil Marcelin in his 20th season as the head coach. Just 2 seasons removed from Western States Conference Championship back in 2018. Remember, we didn't play in 2020 due to the pandemic, but they lost their leading goal scorer early on in the year from last season. Joshua Swanson out, hurt himself in the opening game of the year against Pasadena City College. We know he's had surgery on whatever the injury is, so we wish him the best of luck as he recovers and tries to come back. We hope maybe he'll be able to get back this year, but We don't know. That's still an unknown. This is, second game this week for the Cougars on a long road trip. They took on Sequoias Tuesday and lost despite 3 early goals. And just trying to change things up. We'll take a break for right now, and we'll have the opening kick when we come back. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Welcome back into College of the Canyons as we get ready for the Taft Cougars and the COC Cougars here on a Friday night in Santa Clarita. We're talking about the matchup here today. On the other side, as we said, Taft 3-0 so far in the year. They have not allowed a goal yet this year. They've been very impressive. The attack has been very good. They've got 11 returners starting in goal, and including their starting goaltender, Jamie Tarascano, who has been very good this year, has not allowed a goal, has stopped every shot that's come his way, all 14 of them so far this year. And a save percentage of 1,000, 2-0 on the season in 3 games. So it'll be a tough test for COC trying to get by him and the stout defensive line as Taft and Angelo Cutrono's 20th season. A very good squad once again here. Taft in their white uniforms, COC in their blue uniforms moving to our left in this first half as we are ready to get underway. The Cougars will start with possession of the ball as soon as we get the official whistle. I was just waiting on the official to say we're ready to go. 6:01, it was a 6 o'clock start time, but a little bit late. Waiting on everybody to get in position. And we are underway. First half action between Taft and COC. Here from the Cougar soccer facility. Cougars will play it down in deep, and Taft will just let it roll out for a throw-in. As Mitch Uribe is going to bring it back in. He was the one that just kind of let it guide out. Throws it up the field and flicked ahead by the man they call Ibu on Taft's side. Leading scorer for Taft this year. Ibu Ekpomogu has got 3 goals on the year, 3 assists, 9 points. He has been a tough striker to handle so far, and he is up top for Taft. For COC, they've had really a bunch of different bodies up top so far this year. Drew Leskin has been the one as of late on the outside up top. Kind of been pressed into service with the loss of Joshua Swanson. Nico Marquez looks like he's up top so far today. We'll see if the Cougars can get anything going here against a very good Taft team as Alec Fryer will play it back and the Cougars back to work on control. Jacob Reyes Silva in there to start for COC as well. As the Cougars will fling one ahead. Knocked down by Taft, and Taft also the Cougars will control and shoot it ahead. Ibu trying to walk onto it and could not. So Taft will let it go out and get a throw in here as the Cougars cleared it away. Moses Cisneros very smart to let it go out and get a throw in deep in Canyons territory. Morelos with the ball will fly it ahead, flicked back into the middle off the header by one of the Taft forwards, and then a contact, the ball kind of came up and hit one of the Taft players in the face. I think it got Moses Cisneros. He might have bumped into one of the Canyons players. A little head-to-head contact, so whistle, and we'll have a drop ball situation here, I believe, as we'll go back to work. So off the drop ball, Canyons will fly it ahead. Taft in control once again. We'll go back to work. Soto will play it back. Taft with control all the way back into their own half of midfield. Good upfield pressure that time by Marquez to force Taft to kind of work it along the outside near their bench. Fuentes now with it for Taft. Will play it along the outside. As Taft College will quickly work ahead with a counterattack on the offense. Pantoa on the outside, trying to get into the box. Defended well by Canyons. And they'll clear it ahead. Fryer in the middle. He's been the pivot so far this year. Plays it low. Flicked back up by Isaiah Flores. Cisneros couldn't handle. And College of the Canyons will work back the other way. Marquez now way back in the middle. Will play it out of the near side. Reyes Silva will control. Good touch ahead from Marquez to find Leskin. Leskin cutting to the middle looking. Will drive one on goal. But an easy stop for Tiscareno, who's right there to handle it. So, going to have a better effort than that to beat Tiscareno. He's been very good this year for Taft, as we talked about. It's a good look for Leskin, but just a little bit too deep out and didn't have enough bend on it towards the upper 90 for even a dangerous chance. Taft ahead. Mwogu now with it on the inside. Couldn't handle. Canyons making sure they mark him, as he's the dangerous man. This one goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for Taft.
Hey, this one's Steven.
Throw in here for Canyons off the near side. Leskin now will try and bring it up the near side. Canyons trying to give him some help as they work along to the far side of the field. Leskin again trying to get onto it and had it taken away. There goes Taft. Little pitch into the middle. Good defense that time by COC. Cleared it away, so Ekpemogu couldn't get to it. Taft, though, has kind of pushed the pitch in their direction. Haven't had a shot on goal yet. Canyons with the only shot so far in the match. So this one played ahead. Good ball by COC. Chance on a counterattack, a 3-on-2 for the Cougars if they hurry here. Marquez in the middle, his shot is blocked. Got it into the top of the box, tried to put it on with the left foot, but had a Taft Cougar right there to mark him. And Taft will try and counter him the other way. Trujillo now with it. Soto then will play it along as Trujillo got it to him. Taft will play it up the far sideline. Here's Fuentes with the ball, tried to pump it back onto the far sideline as he was looking for Pantoja. Couldn't get it to him. Morales now with it. We'll play it back towards Tiscareno. He'll swing it along to the near side, and Uribe will pick it up. Uribe with lots of room to run. Canyon's just kind of falling back into a little bit of a trap defense, it feels like. Trying to make sure Taft can't counter and go with speed, as we know that's what Taft is very good at. The offense has shown this year. 9 goals in 3 games so far this season. A couple of 4-goal outputs in 2 of their wins, as they open the season with a 4-0 win on the road against Orange Coast and then beat LA Mission at home with a 4-0 win. So we know the Taft offense is there, and add to that the fact that their defense has been very good this year as well in terms of defense and goaltending with Tiscareno back there. Makes it a tough test here. Is this one played ahead? Ekpamogu trying to get onto it. Coming out to play it, though, for Canyons was Ivan Kiram. He's the starter in goal for COC. And a smart play from Kiram that time to make sure Ekpamogu couldn't get to it. Pantoja lets it bounce. Takes a high bounce off the turf on the ball that was played away by Kiram. We say continue on. Canyons was calling for a handball but didn't get it. And here's Ibu Ekpamogu. Work the other way. Nonchalantly plays it back, and a good challenge by Canyons to take it away and clear it out. Now here's Trujillo, trying to come back on the attack for Taft. Little back foot flip onto the inside. Taft working it along towards the outside on the near side, but Canyons had a defender there to knock it away. But again, Canyons can't get past their own half of midfield, as Taft right there to challenge and take it away. Trujillo on the near sideline, Santano. And the only reason the ball's back on Taft's half is they choose to go back that way and control. Morales now with it. Taft will fly it ahead. It's past everybody, and Kiram will come out and pick it up just outside or just inside the 18-yard mark. Back himself up a little bit here as he works to play it ahead. Boots it down the field. Taft on first touch. Foul on a bump from behind on Canyons, as Jason Arana was there to bump into one of the Taft Cougars. And Taft will recontrol. Possession so far here early on has been in favor of Taft, but Canyons gets a steal. Fryer, though, tried to drive it low along the turf from about 23 out and missed it wide. Taft wanting to play with pace. We'll go back to work quickly here. Another steal by Fryer on a step-up. He'll have another chance to try and work into the box. Right at the top of the 18 mark, flicks it towards, but it's more of a pass than a shot, and it goes wide. So maybe the best look of the game so far for Canyons as Fryer just kind of flicks it wide. Actually, the second best look, we should say. It was really the Leskin chance early on that Tiscareno kind of made look really easy as it came right into his hands. Tie up that time as a couple of bodies got collected. Fuentes was there for Taft. A couple of Canyons defenders there as well. I think it might have been Reyes Silva. Canyons trying to push it back the other way. Tiscareno reads it well, comes out, picks it up. So nothing doing here early on. Another throw-in coming for Taft here. As a couple of sprinkles maybe hitting the floor. Nothing big, though. Felt a couple drops of water over here at the table, but nothing bad. These Canyons will clear it out. No pressure there. Tiscareno now with it will play it along to Uribe here as they continue to play catch. No score here early on. Just about 15 minutes into the first half. College of the Canyons and Taft College here on a Friday night. Under the lights and under the clouds here in Santa Clarita as Hurricane K starting to come in towards the coast. Maybe hit us a little bit harder tomorrow during our first home football match of the season as College of the Canyons takes on the Southwestern Jaguars tomorrow. Throw a corner here coming for Taft, actually. So Taft trying to get something set up. 31 minutes left in the first half. Out-turn corner, header on, but a save by Ivan Curum. An easy stop for the Canyons keeper. Best chance for Taft so far here early on. Canyons will have some subs for the first time today. Marquez coming off along with, it looks like, Torres. Davila on, and it's actually De La O coming off. And Jason Nakud in as well. So our first subs of the match, we go back to work. Well, so a corner here coming for Canyons. Leskin looks like he's going to step over to take it. Right footer out turn towards the top of the box. Fryer tried to flick it on with the back of his head, couldn't get it on. Then Sandino tried to step into one that was blocked. Challenge up in the air, and Taft going to come away with it. So here goes Taft trying to go to work. Pomogu going to get onto it. Then he got knocked down from behind in the box, and a whistle and a PK coming. And so Pomogu will get the first really good look of the game as he'll get a PK opportunity here, and now Kiram going to be tested. I'm not sure how much contact there really was. It was contact enough to draw a foul. But I'm not sure how much that Ekpemogu really kind of more sold it than anything else. Stopped up, made sure he got run into from behind. And a smart play by him, as Taft will have a chance to take a 1-0 lead here. 28 minutes to go in the first half. So here comes Ekpemogu to go to work. First PK of the year for Taft. Number 17, who's got 3 goals on the year. Will trot, fires Kiram with a big stop. What a huge save by Ivan Kiram. Keeps it at 0-0 as he reads it right, dives to his left, and swats it away with the left hand. So a huge save by Ivan Kiram here early on. As a diving stop with the left hand. The ball comes back in play. Canyon's going to get it clear, going to try to run onto it back the other way in a challenge and a counterattack. Ball played ahead onto the outside towards Leskin, but Tiscareno reads it really well. And that's the hard part against playing against Jamie Tiscareno. The sophomore goalkeeper out of Bakersfield went to Garces Memorial. Hasn't allowed a goal. He's faced 15 shots now on the year, including the one here earlier today. And has not allowed anything so far. So a very tough goalkeeper to beat. And you can see why as he reads it well. But on the other side, Ivan Kiram so far with the big play of the match. A huge stop to keep it 0-0. So Kiram going to slow the pace down here a little bit. After a good chance off the PK. Canyon's trying to find some offense here. They haven't had much in the way of that. Just one shot from deep by Leskin early on, and that's been it. Ball's been really tipped onto the Canyons half here in this first half. Santano now with it for Taft. Working to try and get it ahead. We'll flick it on, but an offside flag on the near side is Moises Cisneros just a step and a half ahead too much. Good job by the Canyons defense that time. Well, if the big save by Ivan Kiram, the sophomore out of Valencia High School, doesn't get the Cougars charged up, or College of the Canyons, I should say, charged up, I don't know what will. Still nothing, 24-11-ish to go in this first half. Taft has had the better of the chances, including the PK. They've had the ball tipped onto the College of the Canyons half for most of this first half, but credit COC so far has weathered the storm. And Ivan Kiram with a big save a few moments ago. Taft, another good first touch on it first as they go to work. Soto with it. Plays it along to the outside. Pantoa. Played into the middle now. Right into the center circle, Brian Trujillo. Up ahead. Fuentes couldn't handle. Canyons will clear it back onto the Taft side of midfield. And Taft right back the other way. Trujillo going to play it back. Soto now will play it onto the far side. Taft very good at controlling the ball here early on. And we'll get a foul. Fryer going to be signaled for the foul that time. Is a little bit of a clutch and a grab through the middle of the field. And Taft will go back quickly here to work. Uribe on the near side, pushing ahead. from the back line. Takes his time. We've seen it a couple of times with Uribe. Taft trying to push everybody up here. And a goal kick coming. Good defense that time by COC. Reyes Silva that time on a battle along with Anthony Santano. Just forced Santano off the ball and was able to make sure Santano made the last touch. It gives Canyons a chance to clear it away. We'll have a goal kick here and some substitutions, I believe, coming. At least one off the Taft sideline. And it looks like Cisneros coming off. Juan Carlos Lopez coming in. And play will go back to work.
Did they call that to you, Brendan?
Karam will drive it low, right towards the middle of the field. Two Cougars go up for it, neither really with a good first touch, but a ball bounces backwards and Canyons will take it away. Or I should say, two Canyons players up for it. I forget. It's the Battle of the Cougars today. And a jersey pull foul going to be called against Canyons. It'll be a free kick away for Taft here. Uribe will play it all the way along to the far side off the free kick, and we go back to work. Foul going to be called against Canyons that time. A couple of bodies got tangled up, and Jason Arana gets called for the foul. So free kick coming. Arana's going to get called for a card, actually. Yellow in the 25th. For Arana, his first yellow, and it's going to result in a set-piece opportunity here for Taft, just outside the box on the far side. Maybe 12 feet out in terms of the end line. They'll try and flick it into the middle. Defended away. Good job by Canyons that time to get on it, as Nakud was the first one to make contact with the ball. But Canyons can't clear it past the midfield stripe. Taft trying to come back the other way. Good step up that time by Ledesma to knock one away, as the ball pinballs back and forward between the midfield stripe and the Canyons box. Pomogu going to be called that time as he went up along with Reyes Silva. Leskin will knock this one down. Trying to fight the weather here a little bit, as the wind has started to pick up a touch, which is nice actually, because it's been humid all day today. Temperature at the opening kick was about 95 degrees. It's dropped by about 5 degrees as we go on here. The humidity is up a bit for California, especially. Corner coming for Canyons here. So it'll be a good look for Canyons to set something up here, try and get something going. No score. It's about 17 minutes to go here in the first half. High out turn towards the back post. That looked like it hurt. A couple of bodies went way up for it. Ariola was up high for COC. And the bodies bumped together and nobody was able to come away with it, so Taft was able to clear it out. Good challenge that time by Fryer to get a takeaway. Here's your Uribe on the near side. Santano trying to play it ahead. And now we'll get a throw in here for Taft. So some subs working along. Canyons trying to work ahead. Canyons trying to try and counter here. Haven't had much by way of an attack. Couple of corner looks, but nothing dangerous. Good defense there by Taft. Make sure they tie up the Canyons attacker, and it results in a throw, or a goal kick, I should say, actually. Ariola out, Metzler in for Canyons. Had some substitutions here late in this first half. Everybody trying to get fresh legs on here for the home stretch of the first half. Still no score. Throw-in came a little fast. Substitutions coming for Canyons here. Sogomonian and Ledesma. I thought I saw Ledesma on already. Larcier and Leskin off. We go back to work here. This loose ball along the floor, pumped back into the Taft half of midfield. Challenge that time by One of the Canyons Cougars flying through. Nakud was able to get onto it. Fryer played along the outside. Ledesma wanted to step into it and decided not to, and instead the ball kind of roll along towards the near sidelines. Canyons will have to recontrol. Reyes Silva into the box. Fryer a header high up in the air. Tiscareno there to gather it. So maybe the best look in the last little while. Cougars still trying to work forward. Canyons, I should say, still trying to work forward. So Taft now controlling back on their side of midfield. So 10 minutes to go here in the first half, around about 10 minutes. Of course, we'll be on the officials' time once we get to 2 minutes left. Taft trying to challenge for an attack here. Ball flicked into the box. Pomogu couldn't get onto it, but Taft will be able to pick it up. Zamora now with it back into the middle. Trujillo back on the outside to Zamora. Plays it down to Trujillo into the box, but he runs onto it, couldn't handle it, and flicked it out. So it sounds like Santano and Cisneros will come back on. And we'll wait on substitutions to go as we'll go back to work. Tiscareno will pick this one back up. Both sides working to try and find some danger here on the offensive side. Ledesma gonna carry on to that one. Still no score. Best chance of the day so far has been a penalty kick for Ibu Ekmamogu, but he was stonewalled by Ivan Ledesma. Big left-handed save diving to his left. Other than that, the only other really solid chance came for Canyons, and it was a Drew Leskin right-footed strike from about 30 out that Tiscareno handled very easily. Throw in coming for COC. Fryer will spin back. Canyons, who hasn't had much by way of possession with the ball so far today, will try and play for control right now. I would have to say time of possession, if you kept that stat, would probably be 2-1 in favor of Taft at this point in time. Foul going to be called on Taft. Now officials off both benches kind of hollering at the center official, and he blows the whistle and kind of hollers back at the benches and says everybody settle down. So here comes Canyons trying to work ahead. Reyes Silva, play it back. Sogomonian will corral and drive it low. First touch by Taft. Getting a piece of it while he was sliding was Angel Navarro. And it's going to result in a corner here, as the touch was way out high. As Navarro was in probably just out underneath the center circle and touched it and rolled all the way out. So good break here for Canyons. Sogomonian going to take the corner. Cougars had 3 first-half goals the other night on the road against Sequoias, but gave up 6 in the match. Trying to find some more of that offensive magic and at the same time pick up the defensive side as a low corner driven away by Taft. Sogomonian didn't really put it in a place where anybody from Canyons could get to it. And Taft trying to go back the other way. Trying to run through a couple of Canyons players was one of the Taft midfielders. Then some tugging and pulling, no fouls on either side. We continue on. Ref letting him play here. I think it was Cisneros that got tied up with one of the Canyons players. And all said and done, it's a throw-in here for Canyons off the far side, deep inside the Taft end. Ball right into the box. A drive by Davila that bounces up in the air off the turf, and Tiscareno grabs it. So nothing much happening. Kind of a slow pace here in this first half. Taft trying to bring it back in play, and nobody really open. Finally forced to throw it in. First touch by Canyons. Meltzer able to come out with it. Now he runs right through the middle of the field, but a challenge on a step up by Soto. And a throw-in coming for Taft. Soto knocked it off one of the Cougars and out of play. Angel Cortrona hollering at the Taft side, trying to get his team charged up. He's been off the bench for most of the first half. On the other side for College of the Canyons, Phil Marcelin been relatively quiet, sitting down on the bench for most of the first half. Canyons into the middle, Nakud trying to turn, but got challenged and had it taken away. Navarro was the first one there to get it. Clearing play by Taft, knocked down by Canyons. Pinball back into the middle of the field where Fryer will pick it back up. Fryer now. Little back-footed flick into the middle that's defended nicely by Taft. Sogomonian coming up to try and challenge, but Taft able to retain control. Santano onto the outside of the field, back into the middle towards Cisneros. Taft then will just play it back into their own half and control the ball. Uribe running. Lots of room for him to work again. Time came with a little more pace than the few other times we've seen him. Zamora into the middle of the field. Carlos Lopez now with a left-handed strike, and he scores! Carlos Lopez from just outside of the box, a left-footed kick that bends around Kiram, and Taft, with a late goal here in the first half, has a 1-0 lead. So it came quickly for Taft.
Taft goal to
Juan Carlos Lopez, his first of the year.
He assists to 15.
Yes, see, scoreboard.
So the goal in the 43rd minute for Taft. They have a 1-0 lead here late in the first half. Into the final 2 minutes. So we're on the officials' timer now. As we look late in the first half here, Canyon's trying to come find the equalizer here late and get to the locker room in a tie score. Ivan Kiram wasn't happy after the goal. Pounded his right hand onto the turf. As he was unhappy that it got around him, and I don't know if he saw much of it, as Carlos Lopez was kind of shaded by a Canyons defender. May have been a little bit of a deep screen, and he put it low, put it with a little bit of a bend, and tucked it inside the far goalpost. Taft, good combination to get it onto the near side. Lots of one-touches as they are able to find Zamora. He'll just play it back. Taft with control. Soto played it ahead. Everybody was hollering at him for the ball. Navarro on the near side was the loudest, but didn't get it. Canyon's back the other way. Fryer passes ahead. Meltzer wanted to flip it onto the outside, but Nakud had stopped. He was cutting towards the middle, and it gets by him, and Taft able to get the takeaway and come back the other direction. They'll stall right in front of the Taft bench, a 1v1 battle. Foul going to be called against Canyons. Knocked down was Juan Carlos Lopez, the goal scorer. It results in a foul and a free kick for Taft off the far sideline. Taft, first touch on the ball played in. Play continues on. One of the Cougars is down, got tied up. Jason Arana got tied up with Juan Carlos Lopez. But play continues on. Carlos Lopez will try and play it. Canyons will knock it down. Back into the middle of the field. Morales the first one on it. Back to his own goal, Tiscareno. Almost a turnover. He didn't put enough on it, but Ledesma just was a half step too late, couldn't get there. Good defense that time by Canyons. Rana got a foot on it, as Taft was trying to spring a run down the far sideline. Ariel Banduelos was the one trying to run that way. The ball played out, another throw-in coming. So we're in extra time now. And that'll do it for the first half. It was just a kick to play it in. So 1-0 lead for Taft. The only goal, Juan Carlos Lopez in the 43rd minute. A 1-0 lead for Taft. We'll step aside. Second half action. We come back here on the Cougar Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Clara.
Hi, I'm Diana. Welcome to College of the Canyons. We are so excited to share our beautiful campuses with you.
At College of the Canyons, we have distinguished ourselves as one of the leading community colleges in California through our high-quality academics, forward-thinking staff, and outstanding student support systems. We have 3 campuses that serve well over 33,000 students.
The Valencia campus is our original and largest campus and has a university feel in a park-like setting. The Canyon Country campus is our newest campus. It is located on the east side of town and is nestled in the foothills, giving it a small community feel.
And our third campus is fully online, offering the opportunity to take classes whenever it's most convenient for you.
With a wide range of educational offerings, College of the Canyons offers students the option to earn certificates or associate degrees and prepare for transfer to four-year universities. Students are able to choose from more than 200 academic programs and enjoy access to a large offering of student services, clubs, athletics, resources, and extracurricular events and activities.
We have a lot of exciting things to show you. So let's get started. Thank you for joining us on this virtual tour.
If you find that you have any additional questions, you can contact Outreach and School Relations either by email or phone. We'll see you on campus.
All right, hi everybody. Welcome back into College of the Canyons as we get ready for second half action between Taft and COC. And the rain has shown up finally as we go to work for the second half here in a moment. Taft will start with the ball as we go back to work. Taft with a 1-0 lead. So we've got to the rain now, so the weather going to play a factor as we thought as we started today. And we'll just hope our camera stays with you as the camera's in the rain, everything else covered up, so we should be good to go otherwise. You should at least have audio from us here. So Taft working to the goal to our left here in the second half, as Kieram up to make the play and knock it down. So Canyon's trying to go to work, trailing 1-0. It's raining pretty good right now, actually, for us. First rain we've had in probably 6 months, I think, here in Santa Clarita. We'll see how long it holds, as, of course, Hurricane K working its way up the coast. As the Cougars on to work on the offensive side, a chance to attack here. And just not able to hold on to it was one of the Canyons forwards. As that time on the run, it was Costas, and he just couldn't handle it. Leskin back out there for COC on the far side of the field. Plays it back towards the Canyons' half of midfield. So the rain's still coming down. Sandino was the first on it. Fryer trying to lead Leskin onto a ball. Down the sideline, Leskin with a long slide, but couldn't keep it in play. Go back to work. Canyons with a takeaway here. De La O trying to bring it down the side. Rain coming down pretty good here. Neither side with anything dangerous at the moment. And we'll see how much of a factor this plays on as we continue on. We're nice and dry here in the makeshift press box. Leskin on the far side for Canyons. Can't work around the Taft defender. First man over to mark and knock it away. That was Anthony Santano. Canyons quickly trying to go back to work. Sangamonian will play it ahead. Leskin got knocked off it, as he and Santano were there again. This ball was driven on, and I think it was a little bit premature here as the officials talking about it.
Give me another viewer. I love it. Getting that viewership. Get another viewer. We got 30 on there. Yeah.
Because they're like, wait, they're streaming it?
I don't want to come. Fine with me. I don't care. I'll take whatever viewer. If you need description, let's hear.
So a free kick coming here for Canyons. Sogomonian, I believe, going to take it off the far side. Canyons trying to get set up here. Looking for the equalizer, trailing 1-0. Low kick into the box. Knocked away by Pantoa. Canyons able to get onto it first. Leskin back into the middle of the field. Got it onto the foot of Areola, who plays it back. Canyons tries to play it back into the box, and Tiscareno going to get it first. The rain now really starting to show. Ekpamogu got run into by Sogomonian, and he's hurt here a little bit, so we'll get a stop. Canyons looking to throw in off the far side. So here goes Canyons on the attack. Ball on the outside to Fryer. Going to try and run onto it. We'll see if he can get there. Into the corner, crosses it in the middle, cleared away, and a corner coming for Canyons. And a foul right along the end line here, called against, I believe, Taft here. Or did they say it went out of play? No, it's a foul on Taft. So a set piece here for Canyons, essentially a corner kick as it's deep inside the Taft territory. Sogomonian will take it. We go back to work. He chips it high into the air, into the back of the box, defended away by Taft. Good look for Canyons, but they couldn't come up with anything as Morales was there. Canyons will pop it right back in. Tiscareno trying to come out, got run into by one of the Canyons forwards. And the whistle for a foul going to be called. Tiscareno was coming up to get it, and you really just can't do that. Can't run into the goalkeeper. So we'll go back to work with no harm, no foul. Well, a foul called, but nothing else doing as Tiscareno looks like he's all right. Taft will try and bring it ahead. Ball gets stopped up just in Canyons' side of midfield. Onto the near side. Canyons will play it ahead. Trujillo flicks it forward, and this one will come out of play off of COC, and it'll be a Taft throw-in. Just waiting on a throw-in. Substitutions here. Ball back back into the Canyon side. Challenge up high, and Canyon's going to be called for a foul, and then a body gets knocked down. It was during the whistle. As Juan Carlos Lopez ran into one of the Canyons Cougars. I believe it was Koskas that got run into, and he and Juan Carlos Lopez still kind of walking near one another. The Canyons captain back on the near sideline. And Alejandro Chavez wearing the armband here in the second half, trying to talk Koskas down as we go back to work. So getting a little chippy here as the rain is picked up. Taft will play it ahead towards the Canyons box. Chavez was on it first, played it out. Ball comes out off of Taft. That'll be a Canyons throw-in. See, the physicality has picked up since the rain has come up. It was a relatively quiet first half. Here's Fryer, will chip it ahead. So free kick coming here for Canyons. The rain has picked up quite a bit. This one drifting into the box near the back corner, defended away by Taft. High bounce off the turf. Canyons trying to settle it up here. Sandino got knocked off the ball. Soto will play it along. Uribe, their first moves it ahead. Taft with a 1-0 lead, holding on to it right now. Canyons has really forced the pace here in the second. They played a lot of defense in the first half, didn't really get anything going, but they've had more chances here in the second, but just haven't been able to cash. Back the other way, Taft will try and counter. They slow it up a little bit. Good comeback play by Canyons defender, as Areola was the first one back to play it. Taft able to knock it down and control. Fuentes on a run, one-on-one. Trying to get around Chavez, got knocked down in the box, and they say play continuing on. Taft crowd unhappy with it. They've already had one PK in the game. Ekmomogu was able to get one, and now a foul going to be called against Canyons, and now we're going to get a lot of whistles, a lot of bodies near. The play is picked up, the chippiness is picked up as the rain has come up. So we've already had one PK in the game. It was close to another one, but the official decides to let it play on. I can't see who the Taft player is that's down, but it looks like it's maybe a cramp in the left leg. Or maybe actually, no. I'm gonna, took a knee maybe in a bad spot. Looks like he's trying to get fixed up here. If you're a male, you probably know what spot we're talking about. Diego Ariola going to be called for a yellow card on the play. So it'll result in the set piece here for Taft. Set piece towards the back post, defended away by Canyons. Kept in the box by Taft. They play it back towards Gonzalez. He got knocked down. Play continuing on. Throw in coming for Canyons. Ball back up towards midfield after we get going back to work. Another foul, maybe a little bit more ticky-tack than anything else, but we continue on. And the chippiness is picked up. It seems as though the rain started and everybody decided we're going to play a little bit more physical here in the second half. It's made it for a fun second half so far. Still 1-0 lead for Taft. They got their only goal in the 43rd minute by Juan Carlos Lopez. Canyons on a first touch on the near side. Trujillo able to knock it down. Spinning away from a defender was Soto. He'll try and work down the near sideline. His pass too far ahead of Juan Carlos Lopez. It'll go out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Canyons. Just waiting to go back to work here. Goal kick coming. Kiram kind of waiting for the Cougars to organize here. So Meltzer into the game, Ariola out of the game. Taft coming ahead with a 1-0 lead. Juan Carlos Lopez working 1v1 on the outside. And a challenge by Canyons going to result in a corner kick for Taft. It's Taft with a takeaway. Taft with the drive on goal and Kiram with a nice stop. He'll try and throw it out as Canyons wants to go quick here on a counter. Leskin has to stop it up. Now Leskin in the middle of the field. Forced all the way back towards his own end. Takeaway by Taft. Canyons had the better of it in the first part of this second half, but Taft has picked up the pace and had the better chances. Little slip from Fryer, fell down on a clear attempt. Navarro takes it away. Another takeaway, this time by Leskin for Canyons, but he turns it right back. Taft back the other way. Gonzalez had a long run with it. Instead, Taft will play for control. Trujillo will play it around to the near side. Gabriel Soto will pick it up. Manuelos now with it. Down low. Juan Carlos Lopez trying to spin off a defender. And actually, that's Anthony Santano. Played out by Canyons. Throw-in coming for Taft. So Taft will throw it right into the box here, down low. Hiram, good scout that time as he gets it on one hop right into his chest and wants to push the ball back the other way. High in the air, couple jersey tongues by a couple of players battling on each side. It was Navarro for Canyons and Marquez for Canyons, Navarro for Taft. Taft going to play it back towards Tiscareno. Leskin a takeaway, pushes it right back into the box, but wide of the goal. Had De La O trying to drive towards the net and couldn't get there. Well, folks, Julian De La O and Rebecca Brooks, the athletes of the week for College of the Canyons. Yes, we're trying to roll a stat or a number up, but I don't think we got it. But both of them had impressive weeks early in the year. Brooks with a couple of goals in their home opener here for COC. And for De La O, scored the opening goal of the year for College of the Canyons. So Julian De La O and Rebecca Brooks, the athletes of the week for College of the Canyons. As we flash their pictures, their smiling faces up for a second there as we go back to work. For all the athletes of the week, make sure you head to cocathletics.com, the homepage for Cougar Athletics. You can find stats, live stream links, news notes, and anything else you think of on cocathletics.com. Fryer going to get a yellow card here. So Fryer with a yellow. Now the fans on the near side giving it to the official. This play went back in. And now we've had one of the Cougars fans get tossed from the match. And it looks like it was a pretty civil conversation. Chad Peters, the athletic director over there, to take care of the scenario. And the guilty party just kind of took off and left. So it's been a chippy second half here. So everybody, including the stands on both sides, getting heated as we finally go back to work. Fryer came off after the yellow card. Coming in to take over was Alejandro Torres. This ball comes in towards Hiram, and he takes it away.
As a reminder to fans, California Community College Athletic Association decorum policy is in effect for tonight's game. Please be respectful, courteous to each other. The CCCA
Canyons going back to work, trying to get into the offensive attack here, trying to find the equalizer. Marquez will play it down the far sidelines. Leskin had it, but got it knocked off his foot. Canyons will get a throw-in as they try to go back to work quickly here. Cougars will get it in. One goes off of a Taft player, and it'll be a Canyons corner kick coming here, trying to find the equalizer.
Oh, you absolutely was.
So Canyon's going to try and go on a corner kick here. A little bit of an in-turn towards the back post, trying to go up in the air and make a spectacular play was Reyes Silva, and he just couldn't connect with it. But the Cougars able to run onto it. Canyons will go to work, trailing 1-0 into the box, but nobody there for COC. Tiscareno will pick it up. Ekpamogu has been pushed into the back line here in this second half. Interesting, but now he'll try and run ahead. Room to work. Gets knocked down from behind. A whistle going to be called for a foul. Physical contact that time by Jacob Reyes Silva. But they say it wasn't anything egregious to call as a card, so it'll be a set chance here for Taft. Rain has continued on, pretty much started right at the start of the second half and has not let up. Thank you, Brendan. So I'm back in the middle of the field. Canyons will take it away. Taft, though, gets a turnover. Ekpamogu looking left foot, gets it along. Chance here for Cisneros, a shot and a big save. Karam again with his second big save of the match. Keeps it a one-goal game. So outside of Ivan Kiram's two big saves, this one could easily be a 3-0 contest at the moment. The Cougars now with a chance to try and counter and find the equalizer. Davila on the far side, gets it into the box. Ball was loose, bounced off a body. They say a handball, a whistle, and we go back to work inside the Taft box. It'll be Taft ball. Oh, good flick ahead, but an offside flag on the far side. Ekpamogu was maybe just a half a step ahead of the Canyons defender. So Canyons catches a break. Taft nearly with another chance at a 2-0 lead. This ball loose, Taft with a chance, swinging along the outside. Challenge handball. Ball came up off of Banuelos. And it'll be Canyons with the ball. Good challenge on D by Canyons that time to take away a chance. One of the Taft players down, clutching his calf here. His play has continued on, and now we'll get a whistle as Taft has the ball. So we'll get a stoppage here.
you know, him leaving
mad that Tom got rid of
him leaving was a little weird.
That was Tom and BA, and Tom wasn't having fun.
Yeah.
But I think Todd Bowles was the right center.
Yeah.
That guy deserves another chance. He got a bad rip.
Yep.
Let's face it, the Jets are
the Jets, right? I mean, come on. You think so? Oh, I can see that. Oh yeah. Oh, 100% I can see that.
Oh, Baltimore, yeah, they're gonna get the Jets will get them. Yeah, the Jets will get them. Let's cover that at least. I don't know. My new favorite coach though in the NFL is Dan Campbell.
I love. Oh my God, when he was in Miami as the tight end coach, they got promoted up. Oh my God,
he's great.
Dude, I was like, that's my dude.
He's great.
That's my dude.
Like those are dudes that you want to go to battle with.
Yes, 100%.
Like the whole staff, like Deuce is out there and he's screaming at HG.
Oh my God.
Him and Aaron Glenn hollering at each other on the sidelines in practice.
Robin Lower Bay?
What's that? Yeah, it is.
Rain. I miss my Northern California weather, I will tell you that. Down here in Cougars has been hammered. Nothing like it. No rain, no snow.
I don't need it all the time.
I need all 4 seasons.
But I love the rain. I could live in Seattle. But I do. There is something to be said for sunny. It's out of here. Right now, right?
But it's like 80 to 90 degrees sun out.
Yes. Well, that's why I miss San Diego.
So we go back to work after the injury time. Another foul and maybe another flag coming, and indeed another flag, or a card flying. I'm already in football mode for tomorrow. Another card against Canyons. Looked like it was it looks like it was against Elin Labine Matthias. Good tackle that time by Taft. A chance here to counter. Along the near side once again. Banuelos cuts it back to the middle. Bounces through the box. The Canyons will clear. Not very far, though. Pantoa will play it back in, but it's over everybody's head. He goes out and rolls out in a goal kick. Whistle for some substitutions coming. Probably about 5 minutes of extra time here in the second half. It's still just a 1-0 lead for Taft. Canyons will just play it out here. A couple of bodies came in contact. Fans calling for a foul. Nothing there. Taft trying to go back to work. They're looking for some breathing room here. They've had chances and just haven't been able to put a second one in. Credit Ivan Kurim with a couple of really big saves. One on a PK in the first half, one on a chance deep inside the box here in the second half, and he's kept it a one-goal game. Benuelos off the far side, tries to cut it to the middle. Kurim there again. Kurim wants to just drive it high in the air. Nearly taking out the entire table was a ball bouncing out of play. Brendan was up, though, to try and block the computer and keep us in business. 2 for 2 today, Brendan. Ekpamogu knocked down in the box. No foul, as they say we play on. Danced between two defenders. Had a chance, just couldn't finish it off. Now a trip up, and that's going to cause a foul. Going to be called against Taft. And a yellow card going to be called here, as Banuelos going to get another yellow, and that's, I think, our 5th yellow of the match here. Canyon's still looking to try and equal it up here. They trail 1-0. Physical play continues. Taft will control. Uribe with it. Ball still loose, and now Canyons will take over. This one goes out off of Canyons, a goal kick coming. And that ball will probably be a touch muddy to go with here. So it rolled up into the dirt. Foul going to be called on first contact, so Taft will get to play it away. They'll stop it up and go back to work. Close to the final 5 here, or at least the final 5 of regular time. Canyons trying to go to work. Ball along the near sideline. Reyes Silva stops it up. Canyons will play it along on a combination to the outside, but not able to cut around the defender that time was Koskas. It was knocked out of play, and it'll be a Canyons throw-in. They'll bring it back in quickly. They try and go to work. RCA back in the game. That goes out off of Taft once again. And Canyons will quickly come back in with it to RCA, trying to go back to work in the same spot. RCA into the middle of the field. Nothing doing there as Taft able to clean it up. Meltzer was able to run onto it, but knocked it too far away. Foul going to be called, or throw-in actually, I think going to call for Canyons here as it goes out on the far side. Saw the official's hand up early. I thought I heard a whistle, but it was actually the football game behind us. As the Hart Indians in action, Miracosta playing them as well. Varsity football in the rain, just like Canyons men's soccer in the rain here on the Cougar Sports Network. Make sure you join us for the home opener for the college football team here. College the Canyons football back in action against Southwestern. Already 1-0 on the year, beat Antelope Valley last weekend handily 44-13. We'll have it for you, 6 o'clock start time tomorrow here on the Cougar Sports Network and on SoCalCollegeSports.com. I will be with you along with Jesse Munoz. Make sure you tune in for that one. Should be a good matchup. Canyons trying to go 2-0 and get off to another solid start, trying to find their way back into at least the SoCal championship game. It's been a while, but a good chance this year as a team looking pretty solid so far here early on. Inside of 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go on the game clock. Taft still with a 1-0 lead. The throw-in comes towards Tiscareno, who will just knock it down. Wait for a Canyons player to come in and pick it up, and then he knocked down Jacob Reyes-Silva, who ran right into him, and we play on. A little cold shoulder that time by Tiscareno, worthy of maybe a football play. Picked it up, kind of stiff-armed the defender coming at him. As the physicality is picked up here in the second half. Had all the cards except for one in the second half. Both teams just battling here. Taft player goes down. He's hurt. Got knocked down as it was a one-on-one play. And now we'll give a whistle as Canyons was going on an attack. And that draws a complaint from the Canyons sideline. And I really feel like rightfully so with a man on an attack, and he was the one that got knocked down trying to battle along with Dimitri Marquita. And now another Taft player down on the side, just inside the box, and he's got a, looks like a stretch injury here. So it looks like everybody is up and moving now. So we're probably going to be close to 7 minutes of stoppage time, I would say. And we're going to go drop ball, I believe, here, because the whistle came with Canyons working ahead. It was an ill-timed whistle, really. And the drop ball play goes back to work. Canyons trying to get into the box. Taft had cleaned it up. Still loose on a pinball. Pomogu going to take it away. Trujillo going to slow it up a little bit. Plays it along the outside to Banuelos. He delayed for a moment. Canyons trying to work inside. Or excuse me, Taft trying to work inside. And instead we'll just play it out for control. This one chipped ahead. Block on the outside that time by Hylan Labine Matthias to force a corner kick for Taft. Canyons with a takeaway. Back out to midfield. Taft going to pick it back up. Played all the way back to Tiscareno here. He'll float it ahead. Canyons able to knock it down on first contact. They got to push everybody here. They're trailing by a goal. Got to try and at least find the equalizer. It's kind of come a slot fest here late in this second half with the rain continuing on. Slippery conditions out on the turf. Ball kind of squirting around off everybody at this point in time, and you kind of see everybody just one touch playing it ahead. Nobody really with clean handle. Here's Libeen Matthias trying to handle it. Running a long run, drops it off. Canyons will try and play to the middle, but the pass was bad, went right into the foot of Trujillo, who's been all over the middle of the field today. He's kind of the center pivot for Taft. Takeaway for Canyons. They try to go to work. Meltzer gets knocked down. And it's going to create a good chance here for Canyons from about, we'll say 25. So we'll see who's going to take it here for Canyons. It might be Marquita here. Walking up was Larcier as well. I think it's going to be Marquita going to take it. Left foot going to try and bend it over the wall. Spins it on goal. Tiscareno with a great diving save to his left and holds on. And you can see why right now he's one of the best goalies in the state. Another huge stop here late in the match. Keeps it a 1-0 Taft lead on the best chance of the second half for COC. Taft trying for their 4th shutout of the season. Have yet to allow a goal.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, Nigel Terry. In 2018.
Rain playing some tricks on our gear. We apologize for that. Throw in coming for Taft off the far side. Taft going to slow things down. We're into the extra time now. Taft smartly taking their time as much as they can. Foul going to be called on Canyons there. Now the wind is picked up. And Hurricane K starting to show her teeth here in extra time. They've been predicting this rain all week. We were all kind of skeptical, at least I was skeptical on what we were going to get, but it seems as though they were right, and it has come. Now the wind's starting to show up. We'll stay with you here through the end of this one on the Cougar Sports Network. Canyons still looking for the equalizer, trailing 1-0. Taft with the only goal in the 43rd minute. That's been it so far. Foul going to be called after the contact. And a card going to be given here. Official actually had a card out. I don't know if he's going to give one. And yeah, he is going to give one. Nico Marquez is going to get the card here. And Marquez and Uribe with a kind of a pat to one another. Marquez did come over to check on Uribe, make sure he was okay. Takeaway by Canyons here. Uribe with a bad pass. Taft smartly clears it out of play. Running over was Soto to knock it out. Canyons needs to kind of go quick here, trying to work into the box, trying to find the equalizer and salvage a tie out of this one at the very least. Taft defending well, everybody back for Taft. Canyons doesn't have enough pressure up ahead. Taft going to go the other way. Just a run along the near sideline. Takeaway here. Good play on to keep it in. And it comes back out. It was Jacob Reyes-Silva with the first play. Forced the throw in. Got to get another throw in for Canyons here. Brings it right back in. And now a whistle for a foul. Late whistle, too, after some contact. And so Canyons will get a chance to set here. So it was Reyes-Silva that got knocked down. And I think Larcier might step in to take this one. He was kind of waving off help. Marquita there as well might come into play. And now Marquita's going to take it. Everybody for Canyons, including Kieram on this half of the field. They'll chip it into the box. Trying for the equalizer, not going to get it defended away. Ball still loose. Flicked ahead by Taft. Play continuing on. And the final whistle, and that is it. Taft going to hold on to a 1-0 lead, the lone goal. Juan Carlos Lopez in the 43rd minute. The Taft Cougars improve to 4-0. They pick up their 4th shutout of the season. The Canyons Cougars fall to 1-4 on the year. A good battle from both sides, but Taft coming out ahead. We thank you for joining us here on the Cougar Sports Network. We're going to get out of here as the rain picks up. We thank you for joining us. We hope you see you tomorrow. Football, 6 p.m. here on the Cougar Sports Network. Canyons, Southwestern should be a good one. Hope you join us.